Hey Saber fans, Tony here from RoninSabers, and today another install review for you. If you're new to the channel, I do install, repair, and review these sabers, so please like, comment, and subscribe. I also have a website, RoninSabers.com, where you can find my finished products and sound fonts. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out the link in the description below. So here we have a very, very nice lightsaber. This is the 7 Chambers Mom of All Heroes. This is the hero used in Return of the Jedi. This is actually more so replica or reminiscent to the Luke lightsaber scene in the deleted scene in the cave scene. And so the customer here, this is the Mom Elite version, mainly because it comes with the extra grenade section here, and also comes with the or without the 2 machine marks here. The Gen 2s will have the accurate machining mark, and they do not come with the extra grenade section, the idealized rings. And so this is a very, very cool and special install, mainly because I designed the chassis for it. So this is donning a RoninSabers Mom of All Heroes chassis. With the chassis here, I'll show you it printed off by itself. This is the first gen I made. This here has a removable battery system. It'll have the opening for the wires and the accent LEDs on the control box. It'll have your room for your ProffieBoard. Now, if you want SD card access, you're going to have to undo the screws in the control box to pull this out a bit and to code the Proffie and stuff. So most coding and stuff will have to be done before the software or hardware is all put in. And then you have room for a 28mm speaker. Now, this chassis was designed in part. I watched Solo Saber's video for chassis making on Fusion 360, and it kind of helped out a lot with this. So thanks, shout out to Jeremy from Solo Sabers for the extra kind of guidance there. And so here you have it installed, which is quite nice to see it in prototype mode to actual installs. And so, of course, you have a stock connector inside the grenade section, and you have a removable battery system, positive side up, negative side down. You've got the accent LEDs, green and red. You've got 2 buttons, power and aux, on the black rocker here. You've got the RoninSabers little insignia on the pommel here, or pommel of the chassis. And you have a 28mm speaker from the custom saber shop. So very, very loud. I'm donning the sound effects version pommel that came with the Elite versions. Very, very nice. You can also do, comes with multiple pommel caps and stuff as well. Now with this customer, he asked that both of these, I'll show you on this one, both grenade sections be installed so we can swap between them. This is ideal, especially for the ones that I install. Very, very nicely, because I also personally would want both installed. So both are stock V3 connectors, and then the custom saber shop, or the TCA, the saber shop, the saber armory connectors in there. And so all designed from WoW, which is very, very cool. So what you'll have here is he also asked for 2 blades, one 32-inch blade, because that's what I recommended, and then he wanted a 36-inch blade. Now that's definitely not what I recommend for thin neck sabers, but for this one, he wanted it to be as accurate as possible, and the blades that are used in the movies vary in size, but the ones in the original trilogy are 36-inch blades. So he asked for a 36-inch blade. For the demo sake of the fonts, it will just be the 32 that we use for the demo. Now, you do have the reveal board as well. Because of the electronics and stuff, this will be mainly for display when you're not using the saber, and you want to take off the clamp card and then put this on top of the control box. Because of the electronics and stuff, the helper board that I had originally didn't work, and so it has shorted out, which is, I haven't had that happen before. So I used a little chassis system to put all the accent LEDs and the buttons in place. And so yeah, as far as fonts go, this will have Luke's journey in Return of the Jedi all the way to Legends material with Dark Empire beef. It'll have my G-fob on there, which is a Battlefront Luke Skywalker font, and then it'll continue through The Mandalorian, and it'll have a few other Luke Skywalker fonts. So without further ado, let's show you off the fonts. Alright, so upon boot up, you'll have the accents and the little boot up sound used in ROTJ, the deleted scene, and then you have the 32-inch blade inside the socket. Now when you do this, you'll have to make sure that it's tight enough that it clears the threads for the emitter cap here, and then you're good to go. Let's turn it to the side. And so yeah, very, very loud, very, very sturdy. Now this one in particular, the aux button sometimes is a bit touchy, so you gotta press pretty hard to get a blaster, or else it just won't do it. And so this is the K-Sith's LS6, but this is the cave version. So it has tons of R2-D2 sound effects, because this is when Luke Skywalker puts the lightsaber inside RTP2 for the Barge scene. For tracks, you want to hold down the button while the saber is off, or while it's vertical, and let go. It just has this little scene from the delete scene. Next up.
This is your last chance. Free us or die.
This is Return V2 by Kyberphonic. This is the Barge version. Have the full scene on there. Very nice. Of course, then you have gesture features to ignite the blade. Just clash the saber for clashes. Aux button for blasters. Hold the power button for 2 seconds and let go.
I seek an audience with your greatness to bargain for Solo's life.
This will just have quotes and stuff on there.
You should have bargained, Jabba.
For lockup, you want to hold and clash. For a lightning block, you want to hold power, tap aux. This might be tricky because of the rocker that is on the ROTJ control box, but we'll try it. Oh, I got it, but I did not hold it. For color changing, it's the opposite, so you want to hold aux, tap power. We'll try to get it as well. There you go. This one will change directly to blue, symbolizing back in the original Revenge of the Sith, or Revenge of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker originally was supposed to have a sky blue lightsaber, but because of the barge scene and the blue sky on Tatooine, they weren't able to use it, so they changed it to green. So this will symbolize that kind of change, which is very subtle, very nice. If you want to do color changing back, it'll do, or color changing again, it'll go back to the previous color. So, yeah. Next up.
He was armed only with this.
This is ROTJ Hero by RoninSabers. I made this sound font. Very, very nice. This is to symbolize Luke Skywalker on Endor, the moon of Endor, I should say. Tons of quotes and stuff from there.
Come on, can you reach my lightsaber? Great, come on. I've accepted the truth that you were once Anakin Skywalker, my father. It is the name of your true self you've only forgotten.
Some banter.
I know there is good in you. The Emperor hasn't driven it from you fully.
Some banter between Luke Skywalker and Vader.
I'm endangering the mission. I shouldn't have come.
This has the Moon Endor kind of theme, ambience kind of stuff on there. Next up.
Welcome, young Skywalker.
I believe this is Juan Sith's Luke ROTJ Legends, I think.
Take your weapon.
Yeah, but it has preons and post-offs from ROTJ Hero, as well as stuff like that from Daddy Issues. This might be Daddy Issues.
You're gravely mistaken. You won't convert me as you did my father. You're gravely mistaken. You won't convert me as you did my father. Your overconfidence is your weakness. That was why you couldn't destroy me. That's why you won't bring me to your Emperor now.
So, flashes. Lock up. This has ambience on there from when they're on the Death Star battling. This will have him laugh and all the battle going on in the background. It's very, very nice. Very loud. Next up.
Give yourself to the dark side.
This has the, this is the Throne Duel V2, I guess I should call it. The second part of the whole duel is this scene when he's hiding the shadows. And so this will have the Throne Duel track on there. And then the scream. Yeah. If you plan the force effects right with the track, it'll line up. I did not do that correctly on this one. But yeah, very, very cool. So Luke cuts off Vader's hand. Oh, I just started the track again. And so, yeah.
I'll never turn to the dark side. You failed, Your Highness. I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
So it has that post-off afterwards when Luke deignites the saber and tells the Emperor. That's going to be on here because that's part of this kind of story. And so, yeah, next up. This is GFOB. This is my Luke Battlefront sound font. Green, front of battle.
Last chance!
So I have preons, post-offs, multi-blast, begin and end. Tons of quotes on here.
I will stop you! Come on! Step aside! I'm not my father. Getting hot down here. I sense the darkness.
Yeah. And then you have multi-blast begins and ends with this saber.
Take your shot!
And you can just, so hold down the aux button for 2 seconds for multi-blast. It'll give you that sound effect, and then you can just swing your saber for blasters. Get out of it, tap once more. It'll give you that a few force effects. That one's just the guns overheating. And so, yeah. This has the Barge scene, or Rebel Loss, from Battlefront. Oh. So that's cool. Next up.
Are you a Jedi? I am.
Of course, you can't have Luke Skywalker lightsaber without the Rescue font by K-Sith. It's such a classic font. This is, again, Rescue by K-Sith. You know, this one, running Proffie 6.7 will have also tons of track players, so you can actually choose that here. So this is the hallway scene. The long track. The shorter version. The end. Yeah. So yeah. Click power to select it, and you're good to go.
I will give my life to protect the child, but he will not be safe until he masters his abilities.
Very cool. Next up. So this is the ROTJ Hero by RoninSabers, by myself. This is the Dark Empire version. So in the comic books and legends, Luke wants to know more about his father, knows more about the dark side, so he ends up turning to the dark side for a brief period of time, and works actually for the resurrected Palpatine. And so this is supposed to embody that sound font, or that Luke Skywalker. So I have a deeper hum. You can kind of have that light side bleed through a bit. And I'll go back to dark. Now this one has a color change direct, just like the Barge scene one, but this one will change directly to red. Oh, and so, actually, hit the power too much. Has a few quotes on there as well.
I can feel your anger, much like your father, my young apprentice. Give in to your anger.
So it has tons of stuff like that. Has the Dark Empire track on there. Next up. Oh, I actually hit the button. Next up.
What is it? Father's lightsaber. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight.
So again, with telling the story of Luke Skywalker, he put a few A New Hope fonts on here and Empire Strikes Back, which is very nice to see on a Luke Skywalker lightsaber. This is A New Hope training by Kyberphonic. This is the Graflex version. Has the Force theme as the track.
This RT unit has a bad motivator.
Has tons of fun little Luke Skywalker quotes from that.
Got work to do. I can't understand how we got by those troops. I thought we were dead. Got work to do. It just isn't fair. Oh, Biggs is right. I'm never gonna get out of here.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
So yeah, that's very cool. Very light blue for that one. Next up.
I suggest you try it again, Luke. This time, let go your conscious self and act on instinct.
It's A New Hope training by Kyberphonic. This is the training version, so it'll have the ambience in the background on the Millennium Falcon. I have quotes and force effects.
It's all a lot of simple tricks and nonsense. It's all a lot of simple tricks and nonsense.
But sir, nobody worries about upsetting a droid.
It's because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. Wookiees are known to do that.
Yeah, very cool. Next up.
Yep, that's it.
Dagobah.
So he wanted to know if there was a Luke Skywalker font out there for Dagobah and Dagobah alone, where it has the ambience and has tons of quotes and stuff, and he was asking for specific quotes as well. And with this sound font, it has those options, even though it's not terribly advertised on the font demo itself. It has very tons of quotes and tons of tracks where you can basically configure and design and make your own version of Luke Skywalker's fonts. And so this is Kyberphonics Empire Strikes Back Graphics. This is the V2 version, and this is my Dagobah configuration. And so it'll have two tracks, which I'll show here, both ambient. One will have just normal stuff on there. The second one will have talking and stuff from Yoda whenever Luke is training. Take a while. Bear with me.
Run! Yes, Jedi strength flows from the Force, but beware of the dark side.
So yeah, stuff like that. This has an unstable build-up, but more of a darker blue, and have a white swing on there, symbolizing the original trilogy blue sabers. This will have quotes from Dagobah while Luke was having the visions and having all that stuff on Dagobah itself.
I will, and I'll return. I don't want your help. I want my land back. I'm gonna need it to get out of this slimy mud hole. Listen, friend, we didn't mean to land in that puddle, and if we could get our ship out, we would, but we can't, so why don't you just...
get your ship out.
Hey, get out of there!
Very, very fun. And so, yeah. Next up.
Commander Skywalker, do you copy?
This is the ESB graphics as well. This is configured for the Vader and Luke duel. So I'll have Luke versus Vader as the tracks. Tons of quotes and stuff.
No, it's not true.
That's impossible! He told me enough. He told me you killed him. He told me enough. He told me you killed him. No! No!
Very cool. Next up. And last but not least, you have the passive battery monitor, which fades from green to red depending on your battery voltage, and of course, the party blade. So that includes the install review for the Mom of All Heroes Elite version. I hope the customer enjoys it. I hope you enjoy this review. Of course, have a wonderful day, and may the Force be with you.